Hi boys and girls, and welcome to activity number 1, which is our story time about Burns Night. And to help us along, I have brought my very own little Rabbi the Bear in his lovely tartan kilt to help us tell our story. Now, the reason we celebrate Burns Night is all because of the poet Robert Burns, who is also known as Rabbi Burns in Scotland. Now, Robert Burns was famous for so many of his poems. There was Address to a Haggis, My Love is Like a Red, Red Rose, and Auld Lang Syne, which we will be learning more about later on today. So he has so many famous poems that made him very popular all throughout Scotland. And after he died in the year 1801, his friends and family wanted to celebrate his life. So they decided to host the very first Burns Supper. And can we guess what meal that we had at Burns Supper was? Yes, that's right boys and girls, it was haggis. And to start off their meal, someone recited Burns' poem Address to a Haggis, and that is how the Burns Night first started. Now, all these years later, in the year 2020, we still celebrate Burns Night in Scotland and all throughout the United Kingdom. Now, you might be thinking, well, what are we still doing? What do we do with it? And there is lots of things that we can do. So, lots of people like to have big dinner parties, and that's where they have their haggis and their Burns supper every year, and it becomes a great big event where lots of people gather and celebrate Robert Burns. And there is also a dance event called a ceilidh, and this is lots and lots of fun, and people like to have these dances, and you can do lots of different folk dances and have a big party all at once, and that is another way of celebrating Burns Night. Now boys and girls, you might be thinking, okay Becky, if I was to go to a Scottish traditional Burns Night, what would I wear? So the answer is, boys or men would traditionally wear a kilt, just like my Rabbi the Bear is wearing right now. And the ladies like to dress nice and formal, so they would wear a lovely dress, and lots of people like to wear their own family tartan, because all the different families in Scotland have their own type of tartan. So if you are really traditional, you might want to wear that and incorporate it into your dress or into your kilt. Okay, so boys and girls, that is all about the story of Burns Night, and I hope that next time January 25th comes around, today, we will all be getting ready to celebrate our Burns Night and have our haggis, neeps and tatties for dinner. Now, I will be seeing you later for exercise number 2.